Hi, I'm Ashley Diana, and I'm a Great Length certified hair extension specialist. So the other day on Instagram, I asked you to let me know some questions you have about extensions, about your Great Lengths extensions, so I could answer them on video. I was surprised that a lot of people were like, why doesn't my hair look good? Why does my hair look terrible? I'm gonna read a couple of them. Hi, I have a question. How do you make your hair extensions move with your hair? I have extensions and they won't move with my hair when I dance. I'm a dancer and a singer and I need my hair to move as my hair does. Very good question. Another one says, I can see the difference between my hair and the hair extensions. How can this be avoided and why do I see my hair looking like this? Again, we're gonna answer that. Hey, I just got extensions applied, but I feel like my highlights and lowlights are really streaky and I don't like the way it looks. The color seems to match, but it just doesn't look natural. Why does it look this way? Okay, so you get the idea. Basically, people are like, why do my hair extensions not look good? And of course, there's probably tons of reasons and tons of answers, but let's just go through a few. The first thing with the girl saying that my hair looks streaky, that's probably because your highlights and lowlights were not blended in with your hair. People normally have a lot of different colors in their hair, especially when, so let's say you have naturally brunette hair and you have lots of highlights in different colors. You may have 5 or 6 different colors, maybe a few different colors of brown, maybe 3 different shades of blonde that we could match in the hair. The issue is that if you apply all those extensions like side by side, you'll get a streaky highlight look. So your hair may be blended right here because this is your natural hair, but then where you see the extensions, you'll see dark light, dark light, dark light. And that's just the telltale sign that someone has extensions, is when you can see the individual pieces, especially, and I see that happening mostly when there's like highs and lows in people's hair. So a way to avoid that is to pre-blend the extensions, and that would be like a highlight and low light are on the same strand. That way you still get all that variation, but you don't see any streakiness. Another reason could be your strands are just too big for your hair density. I literally see this happen all the time, and it's so annoying. It's either lazy or people just don't know what they're doing when they're applying the extensions, because when you apply larger strands of hair, it takes less time, you can get through the hair extension quicker, and you can just cover more area faster. Does that make sense? But also what happens is most people's hair are just not that thick and chunky. So when someone has fine hair and then all of a sudden you see like chunks of hair coming down, it's not real and natural. The thing is, the bonds probably need to be a lot smaller, and with Great Lengths, we match density to density. So if someone has a fine density, and I'm not talking about the texture, I'm talking about the density of their hair. If they have a fine density, you're going to want to use a fine size bond so it matches, so it's not too heavy and breaks it off. It's 2 reasons. 1, it's for the health of your hair, and 2, because it looks most natural. If you have small, fine pieces of hair, you're going to want fine hair extensions to match it. Otherwise, it's just gonna look off, it's gonna look unnatural, and it's probably gonna look terrible. And we don't want that. Now, someone asked, why do my extensions not move with my hair? And I really think that's for the same reason. If you have naturally fine hair and you have these thick, chunky pieces in your hair, it's not going to move the same. And the other reason could just be the haircut. Even if you have all these beautiful small pieces, and let's say the application is perfect, if it's not cut properly or it's not cut at all and it's just chopped off at the bottom, it's not going to move. And now everyone has they're going for a different look. So some people do want that solid look. Some people want to keep their layers long. And a lot of people want tons and tons and tons of movement, move it around their face, move it into layers. Probably the girl who's a dancer and singer, she probably wants a lot of movement and layers in her hair because that fits her lifestyle more. So another thing when you're a stylist, you really want to ask all those questions like, what do you do? How are you gonna wear your hair? Like this and that. I mean, she's gonna be flipping her head all around, doing all kinds of dance numbers. Her hair needs to be able to have a lot of movement and a lot of layers. So the haircut is so important once the extensions are applied, and it needs to be customized to that person. It's not the same haircut for every single person. Another reason your hair extensions could look bad is because they're just not evenly spaced throughout your head. I've seen this happen a lot with clients if they've come in to me after getting their hair extensions done and they show me kind of what they don't like about their hair, and I get to see the hair extensions that another stylist has done. What I've noticed is that I often see a lot of the extensions applied in the nape of the neck down this way, really tight and close together. And then throughout here in the sides, they're very sporadic and placed apart. And all that tells me is that the stylist was starting to run out of hair because they went halfway to the parietal bone. And then all of a sudden they were like, uh-oh, I got to make this hair go all the way to the top of their head. So what happens is that you have like the density's different. It may be really light and airy, which may be good or bad. I don't know. It just depends on the person. But you may have a lot of movement, like I said, good or bad, up at the top, and then it's really heavy down at the bottom. So when you move your hair, you have this heaviness right here, and it's just because the hair extensions weren't balanced in your head. That's something you learn as you go, like a stylist. It just takes more experience to kind of visualize in your head, like how you can space the extensions out. And anyway, that's just what I've seen, and I hope that these things have helped you to kind of understand why your extensions look great or don't look great. And if you have any more questions or if I could answer anything in more detail for you, please leave some comments below. You're also welcome to send me an email at my website. It's hairextensionsbyashley.com. And please be sure to follow me on Instagram. It's at Miss Ashley Hair, and I'll see you there. Bye.